Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering you've lost half your wealth overnight. Not because someone robbed you, not because your bank account was hacked, not because you spent it. Every dollar is still sitting exactly where it was yesterday. The numbers haven't changed, and yet somehow you're poorer. Sounds impossible, but versions of that exact event have happened throughout history. To Roman citizens, to Chinese merchants, to German families, to millions of ordinary people who thought their savings were safe. And here's the strangest part. The people losing money usually don't realize what's happening at first because nobody reaches into their wallet and steals it. The theft happens somewhere else, quietly, slowly, hidden behind systems most people never think about. Which raises a disturbing question. Why does this keep happening? Why have so many currencies, across so many civilizations, followed the exact same path? At first glance, the answer seems obvious. Maybe money fails because it's made from the wrong material. Ancient people used shells. Those failed. Then humans switched to precious metals. Gold, silver. Those failed too. Then came paper money. That failed in plenty of places. Now we use digital money. And people argue every day about whether that will fail as well. Different materials, same outcome. So maybe the material isn't the problem. To understand why, we need to go back to where money actually began. And surprisingly, it wasn't with coins. Most of us were taught the same story. A farmer has chickens, a baker has bread. They trade. Eventually, someone invents money. Problem solved. Simple. Except historians have spent decades looking for evidence that entire societies actually worked this way, and they've struggled to find it. Instead, the earliest forms of money appear to have been something much stranger. Debt. Imagine helping your neighbor repair his roof. He doesn't hand you coins. He simply owes you a favor. Days later, weeks later, maybe months later, the debt gets repaid. No gold, no silver, no cash. Just a record, a memory, a way of keeping score. And that detail turns out to be incredibly important because the moment humans invent a scoreboard, someone eventually figures out how to manipulate it. Fast forward to ancient Rome. The Roman Empire ran on silver coins. People trusted them, trade flourished, the economy worked, then reality showed up. Wars needed funding, armies needed paying, roads needed building, empires are expensive, and Roman emperors discovered what looked like a miracle. Take silver coins, melt them down, mix in cheaper metals, stamp new coins. Suddenly you have more money than before. It felt like free wealth, like magic. There was only one problem. The wealth wasn't real. Imagine ordering a bottle of orange juice, then discovering it's 90% water. The label stayed the same, but the value inside changed. That's exactly what happened to Roman money, and eventually people noticed. Prices climbed, trust weakened, the currency deteriorated. And here's the fascinating part. Rome wasn't unique. The exact same pattern appears all throughout history. In China, paper money transformed commerce. Then governments printed too much of it. In medieval Europe, rulers repeatedly reduced the precious metal inside coins. Centuries later, countries abandoned gold backing entirely. Different countries, different rulers, different technologies, the same outcome. At this point, you have to ask yourself something. If civilizations separated by oceans, languages, religions, and centuries all make the same mistake, maybe it isn't a mistake. Maybe it's a temptation. Most people think money gets its value from what it's made of. Gold, silver, paper, digital numbers. History suggests otherwise. The material was never the real source of value. Trust was. Think about it. A gold coin only works because people agree it does. A paper note only works because people agree it does. Even the numbers in your bank account only work because people agree they do. Money is one of the largest shared beliefs ever created. A global story, a collective act of trust, and that's when the real answer finally appears. Currencies don't fail because shells fail. They don't fail because paper fails. They don't even fail because gold fails. Currencies fail because humans control them. Imagine you're a ruler. Your citizens want prosperity. Your army wants funding. Your government wants results. You have two options: create more wealth or create more money. One is difficult, the other is incredibly tempting. And for thousands of years, humans have repeatedly chosen the easier path. Not because they're uniquely evil, because they're human. The story was never about money. Money is just a symptom. The real story is power. Who controls the scoreboard? Who gets to create the rules? Who decides what value means? And suddenly the modern world starts looking very different. The money in your wallet, the number in your bank account, the salary you work for every month, all of it depends on the same thing: trust. For thousands of years, money has changed forms. Shells became metal, metal became paper, paper became numbers on screens. Soon it may become something else entirely. But underneath every version sits the same question humanity has been wrestling with since the beginning. Who controls the scoreboard? Because money has never just been about buying things. It's about trust, it's about power, and it's about who gets to write the rules everyone else lives by. The next time you check your bank balance, remember this: you are not looking at wealth, you are looking at a story. And the most important question isn't whether the story exists, it's who gets to write the next chapter.